Hey, what's going on, guys? It is me, Grqy here. I'm back with another video today, and today I'm going to be giving out my Lunar Client settings, some secret settings in Lunar Client. Well, not actually so secret, but there's some settings in Lunar Client that a lot of people don't know are actually in Lunar Client that you can adjust that would give you the holy grail of FPS, and it just makes the game run so much smoother. It gives you better hit reg, makes the chunks look just amazing when loading. They also load a lot smoother, and you can maintain your high FPS while it's loading. So it's like, okay, that's just a win. Better hit reg, everything. How do you do it, Gray? How do you do it? Well, I'm gonna show you right away, actually. So no dramatic, actually it's already dramatic, no dramatic intro. I already had one. It's all over. Go to mods, right shift, mods, okay, settings. Let me show you. Performance right here. This is the secret tab that's in plain sight. Shut up. Anyway, lazy chunk loading. Set this to lowest. It gives you the most frames per second. The most, okay? The most. Also this, set this to medium. Really does help, like really. Medium entities helps, especially on lower NPCs. If you're on a low NPC, set it to like lowest, right? Tile entities, I haven't really noticed a big difference with this, but it says that it can increase FPS. So, I mean, if you're on a low NPC, I would recommend seeing how this works for you. I don't have a low NPC, so I don't know how this works for me, okay? But since I have a decent PC that runs pretty well, I just normally keep this at high. But if you want the extra little teeny bit of frame rate that it gives you, set it to lowest, because it gives you a little bit of frame rate. And in the Hypixel lobbies, it's quite a bit. Like, you can go from 60 frames to like 140 if you're on a lower NPC. If you usually get 60 frames in the lobbies. Anyway, lazy chunk loading. Set this to lowest because it just slows down how fast the chunks load. But if you go towards the chunks, they're obviously still going to load. You just don't see all the chunks over there loading right away. Anyway, let's go back to the corner. I love this corner. I don't usually play Skyblock, but here's my stuff, I guess. I'm poor. Video settings. Here's the settings right now. These are all the settings that I use on a day-to-day basis. Every day, it's the best settings. Go to details. Here's some more of the best settings. Dropped items fast, by the way. Please never set this to fancy unless you have a god tier PC and you're like... Let me just express how annoying dropped items on fancy is, okay? If you drop a lot of items on the ground, every single item is going to be animated. And it has to render all of those items, and it just lags so bad. Translucent blocks, it's color blending. That's it. But if you want your game to look great, you could have it on fast, and it looks just fine. If I put it on fancy, it's like... it's not that big of a difference. Okay, let's go back, turn it on fast. Do you see a difference? It's like... not really. So this happens to do with lighting stuff, you always want it to be on fast. And since I have my brightness all the way on bright, I'm not even going to notice the slight differences, or I'm using full bright most of the time. Details. So these are my detail settings. Copy them. Best detail settings worldwide, because they're mine. I'm just 400 IQ, obviously. I'm joking. Anyway, animation settings, have them all on. If you're on a low end PC, set them to minimal. You also won't hear rain noises on minimal, which is a weird glitch, but it's there. Quality, here's my settings. If you have a texture pack that is like 16 to 32x, you could set this to nearest, but if it's like 32x and you want it to look good, or anything above 32x, you set this all the way to the right. Minecraft's not going to respond for a second. Or hopefully it just doesn't crash. Because it lags really bad when you change the settings. Let's see. Do I crash or is it fine? Let's see what's going on. It's yeah, it's just not responding. I'm about to teach everyone a trick real quick. This is a very, very secret trick released by me because I'm just, you know, I'm mega brain. So normally when you launch right here, sometimes I get this not responding thing where it just doesn't respond for like 20 years. So I come over here to servers, right? I just click on any server. So we're going to go on Lunar, right? It's a little secret trick, okay? How to get on Lunar without it crashing 90% of the time. This is my secret. Nobody knows this but me, I'm pretty sure. I didn't get it from any videos. My Minecraft's loaded right now. You could kind of see it scrolling in the center, my little thing there. And boom, I logged into a server. My Minecraft doesn't like not respond for 20 years. It loads in. Then if I set it to pick up my full screen application. All right, there we go. So now it's detecting Minecraft again. So you can see Minecraft in OBS, or yeah, I use OBS. Anyway, now you guys can see my Minecraft. Just disconnect. There you go. No, not responding thing. Let's go back on Hypixel. Let's go to Skyblock. Anyway, now that I'm back online, I'm back on Skyblock. Let's go over here, back to the corner. It's nighttime now. It's very weird. Well, anyway. It didn't change my setting, but my game crashed. As you can obviously tell, I had to restart it. So here's the settings that I have here. Don't change this, it might crash you, I guess, you know, or take forever to load. Performance, here's my performance settings. They're like this for a reason, so please, please never use any other settings than this, because say let's use smooth FPS, right? Okay, well, I have some decent frames per second. 549, 559, that's pretty good, right? Okay, let's go to options, video settings, performance, let's turn it off. Notice a difference in my frame rate. Nah, it's only like 300 higher. It's not that big of a difference, of course. Okay, right now we're going to talk about a preference setting. This may or may not give you more FPS based on your PC build. So let's kind of just jump right into it. Options, video settings, go to performance. Now, fast render, right? Fast render is very optional, depending on your PC build, right? You can read what it says right there. It uses an optimized rendering algorithm, which decreases the GPU load and may increase the FPS, right? Okay, well, the only problem is there's a lot of issues with this, right? So depending on your PC build, like, you know, make sure that it's giving you an FPS boost. Try and see, does it work with it on? Does it work better with it off? Is there issues when I turn it on? Like, can I see? Because like some people, they turn this on, then they get black screen or something, right? You clearly don't want that. So make sure that your PC is like, okay, there's no visual changes. If I turn this off, I get around like 800, 841. Okay, let's go turn it on. Okay, I turn it on, I get around 1000. Okay, that's cool, right? But for some people, your hit reg might change for better or for worse with it on or off. So really see what works for you and, you know, what your PC build likes. Anyway, options, video settings, performance. Also, if you notice, there's a blur here usually, video settings. If I go here and I turn it on, it goes away because it gets rid of like on-screen overlays. It changes how it interacts with them, which is weird. Fast math, I wouldn't have this on. I really wouldn't have this on because it changes hit reg drastically. Like, sure, I still get 1000 frames. Cool, right? But the downside with using it is that when I'm fighting people, it lowers your actual reach to 2.99 instead of 3.00, which means you're not maxing out on that 3-block reach and you're never going to land 3-block hits. The upside, though, of having fast math on is, sure, for some people, you may get better FPS, or you may get a 3.01 block hit, which means you've landed that extra, you know, extra reach on someone. But the thing about that is, like, that's like a 1 in 1,000 chance that you land that extra hit. And that's at the cost of some slight reach. It's like, would I recommend you go for that extra lag hit that would just come out of a rare chance at the cost of like every other hit that you have that you may be just getting destroyed half the fight, but at least you got that one combo that you really liked? It's like, I wouldn't opt for that. So definitely don't, in my opinion. Don't use it. It's not good. Maybe it helps your FPS, then sure, but most cases it's not great for PvP. For FPS cases, sure. PvP would not, preferably. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to see more videos like this one, you know, comment, let me know. I would love to know if things have helped you in this video and you want to see more tutorial-like videos like this, where, you know, I try to share my knowledge on things Minecraft related or whatever. Anyway, I'm really tired. You guys will see this video tomorrow in the morning on a Friday. My new schedule is like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in my next videos. There's a video on screen if you want to see my latest video, like the one before this one, or my last video. Yeah. Anyway, peace out, guys. Like, comment. If you're not subbed, subscribe. Bye.